Hi everybody, welcome back to today's video. I'm going to show you how to design this real quick. Let's step into Photoshop. I'm show you how to do it. Okay, so let's go to Photoshop, Control N to bring our new document, and then we are going to be using this dimension. Set here to pixels, and then we're going to be setting here to 2000. We're also going to be setting here to 2500. All right, and then we're going to use the resolution 72. Then we'll do everything like this. Might call it HBD. Alright, click on create. Also guys, you need to set your alignment so that your document looks nice and interesting. Okay, so to do that, we'll go to view, we'll go to new guides layout, and we're going to set it to 8 here. We'll click here and then set this side also to 8, and then that's all. Make sure everything else is 0, and then that is a click on okay. Now let's begin with our design. So we are going to bring our background. I'll go to file, I'll go to place embedded, and then I'm going to pull my background there. I'm going to pick this. I'll click on place. Enter. Control H to hide it. I'm going to put this in a group. Control G, and then I'm going to call it BG for background. Then also I'm going to start typing the name anywhere. I'm going to type here, and then I'm going to, let's go to Windows, let's go to character. So I'm going to type QUEEN, Queen. But then the font I'm going to be using extremely big number, Queen. Click on my move tool, I'll bring it somewhere here. Make sure my caps lock is on. Alright, so yep. Now I wanted to use a particular font, but I can't find the font, so I'm going to be using Madelican. Alright, so Madelican, make sure it's around 440 or any font around the size, and then I'm going to set the tracking to -20. Great, and then let's just drag it up a little bit. Alright, now what I'm going to also do is that I'm going to duplicate it, Control J. I'm going to drag it down, then I'm going to type maybe the surname or anything of that sort. So I'm going to type, let's just say let's just say this is the name, but I'm going to be using a different font for it. I'm going to use, in fact, let me use the same font for it, but let me reduce the font size drastically. Alright, push it somewhere here. Good. I think this is good for the meantime. Alright, so I'm going to put it in a group for the meantime like this. Then I'm going to double click it, and then I'm going to work on a few stuff over here. First, I'm going to go to stroke. Alright, and then the stroke here, the value here, I'm going to set it to 3. Okay, 3 here, and then also I'll set it to outside at this point, and then set it to color black here, and then I'll click on okay. For the meantime, okay, this is just for the meantime guys. Now I'm going to open it, and then you can see Queen over here. I'm going to give it a mask, then I'm going to zoom in a little bit more. Nice, right? Okay, now I'm going to pick my brush tool over here at the left side. I'll go on top and pick a hard round brush there. Nice, and then make sure my caps lock is off, and then increase the size. I can see there is a Ziaka. Okay, so I'm also going to set this side to color black, the colors to color black at the bottom left, and then I'm just going to hit there. Alright, hit there like that. Alright, so just wanted it to look good like that. I could drag the Aziaka down a bit more. Okay, and then go back to the listen. Make sure I click on X to toggle between it so that I could paint in stuff there again. Okay, X again to clean. So basically that's how it's gonna be, and then I can close it. Okay, but also I just want to give these two values a particular color, so I'm gonna click over here and I'm gonna pick this color for it, 551801. Alright, I'll click on okay. After that, this color is good. Let's go back to the effects over here, and then we're going to give it outer glow. Okay, so because I want it to glow outside a little bit so it can stand out, I'll come here to this color and I'm going to give it this color FEF7A6. Alright, then I'll click on okay. Now I'm going to set the blending mode over here to screen. Alright, and I'll set the opacity here to around 80 thereabout. Okay, and then also I'm going to set the spread here to 14. Then I'll set the size here to 16. Okay, you can see it's spreading out nicely. I love this. I'll click on OK. Now for the meantime, guys, Control H, Control T. You want to make sure it's in the middle. Okay, you can see it's in the middle here. For the meantime, let's stick to that one. I'll click on my text tool and then I'll come and click over here. I'm going to type happy birthday. All right, but then I'm going to be using a different font. I'm going to be using La2. All right, guys, just catch up. Okay, I know I'm a little faster, but catch up. Color here, I'm going to set the color white. Take your time and watch this video over and over again until you get what I'm trying to do. Okay, now you can see I'm using La2. I'm using bold. Now I'm not using the same font as this. I'm using a different font, so it's going to be contrast and it's going to look beautiful. Now the font here is too much. I'm going to reduce it to maybe on 68 or something like that. Click on my move tool and drag it in the middle here. Oh, sorry. Okay, now this is happening because of the auto select. I'm going to click it to take it off and come and click on my happy birthday, then drag it here again. Okay, now I want it to be all caps. All right, so I'm going to do that. And then also I feel like it's too together. I'm going to make it 500, tracking 500. Okay, maybe I should just take that and yeah, I think this will do. I'll make the H capital H. I'll make the B capital B. Yep. Then Control H, Control T. You gotta be in the middle, right? You guys know already, middle align. That's the reason why we brought the lines at the first place. Control H. Okay, so it's beginning to look nice, attractive. I'll call this one name. Good. I feel like the name should come down a bit more. Okay, so now let's go to file. Let's go to place embedded. We need to bring in the image so that we know what we are doing. So I'm going to click on it and then I'm going to just drag it down like that, and I think this is good. What do you think, guys? This is good. Now we cannot see the full name over here, so we can break the rules a little bit. Drag it there. All right, open it. Yes, open it. Drag the Azaka there like that. Okay, and then you can click on it, pick our brush and then paint in using X to toggle between them, painting the differences. All right, so I feel like this is better. Yeah, I feel like this is good. So that is it. All right, so put the image in a group. I'm going to call it image. We are done with image as well. Now what can we do? Let's bring in some few add-ons or extras to make the image more richer. I'm going to bring this confetti. All right, good. Then I'm going to maybe drag it closer to the edge. I think this is better. Maybe perhaps I could put it in a group. Let me call it confetti. But I could also go back, place embedded. All right, and then go and pick in this ribbon as well. Click on that. Okay, yeah, but this is great. I'll call it. Let me push it inside the confetti as well. So now everything is looking good. Everything is looking nice. What can we do next? Let's bring in our date. I'm going to use this one for the meantime. Click on enter, then drag it somewhere here. Maybe here will do. All right, so maybe here will do. I'm going to click on my text tool and I'm going to type over here. I'm going to type 07, and then I'm going to click on my move tool and move it in there somewhere. I can't see it, so I'm going to click here and set it to color white for the meantime. All right, so I think it's because of the font I am using, so I'm going to change the font to AG. Okay, so I'm going to be using just these ones for now. I don't have the font. How come? This is embarrassing, guys. I wanted to use against font. I don't know how come. I don't have it. So the font I'm using right now is Adobe Devanagari. Yeah, right. So use that for the meantime. But the font color we're going to be using is, click on it, we're going to give it this color ECCB6C. All right, a kind of yellowish color. Let's zoom in, and then I'm going to duplicate it. I'm going to use TH, right, and then we're going to resize it drastically. We're going to drag it somewhere here. Nice. Then I'm going to duplicate it again and then drag it down here. This one we are going to call it let's just say 25th March 20, no, let's just call it March 25. Okay, we are going to make it all caps, and then just going to make it really small and drag it underneath it. Okay, but we need to make it bolder. Nice. Maybe even click here to make it much more bolder. Good. So I think we're done with this. What we can do now is to maybe put everything in a group, including the PNG file, and then you're going to call it date. Then Control T and then rotate it like that. Okay, now I think this is good. All right, so we are done with the date. What we can do also now is to put some few text around it. So what I'm going to do is I need to use the same circle of the PNG file here, and to do that, to get that circle, we need to go open it, and then there's it. All right, you can see there's it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hold Control and I'm going to click here. I can see there's some dancing ants around it, right? That's what I want. Let me zoom in so I see it. That's what I want, some dancing ants around it. Now I'm going to pick my selection tool here. I'm going to right click it, and then I'm going to make work path, set it to figure to 1, click on OK. All right, now I'll just click somewhere here and create a new layer. I'll go to path. Okay, and then this is it. Once I click on it, you're going to see it over here. I'll pick my text tool, then I'll type over there. I'm going to type what can we type? Happy birthday. Copy it, paste it twice. All right, let's go there. So there's it. Let's open it, and then we are going to be using Lato. Also guys, we need to reduce the font drastically, so I'm going to make it somewhere around 30. Nice. Now you can see it here. Okay, so this is good for us, but then we need to make sure it looks great, it looks interesting. So let's open character. We're going to be using regular for it. Good. And then also, I don't like the way it's there. We need to make sure it's outside, so we're going to go to this side. All right, we're going to set it to 32. Now you can see it is there. It is outside, but it's not really looking nice. So what we can do is just go here to the leading or the tracking. So we give it 200. Let's keep on playing with it until we get the figures we want. Okay, so I'm going to set it to maybe around 400. Good. I feel like this is better. Okay, so Control T, and then I'm just going to maybe rotate it a bit more. Good. I'll click on it and set it to color white. Yep. I think this is great. Yes, I think that's great so far. Okay, so I'm going to create a new layer. I'm going to put it in the group. I'm going to call it glow, and that's what we're going to be doing. I'm going to pick the color over here. Okay, I'm going to click here, then I'm going to pick the color over there. Good. Just pick the colors over there. Good. Make sure my brush is there, and then make sure I select this one. So I'm going to pick the soft round brush. Okay, that's what we need to use. I'll click here, and then I'm going to set it to screen. Good. Alright, so I'm going to reduce it. Alright, so the first one is we're going to put it somewhere here. Alright guys, somewhere here. I like it. Duplicate it, and then we're going to put it somewhere here. Go duplicate it, and then we're going to put it somewhere on Queens. Okay, just that three, and we are done with our glow. And then we are now going to add a gradient map to it. So I'm going to go here, I'm going to gradient map, and then I'm going to choose these colors. So I'll double click here, I'm going to choose 190028. All right, then I'll click on OK. Then I'll come here, double click it, I'll click on FF4500, click on OK, click on OK. I'm going to set it to soft light. Good, but I feel like it's too much, so I'm going to reduce the opacity to 40%. Nice, that is good. Now let's merge everything together. All right, so let's merge everything together. Select these ones. All right, so click here, Control Alt Shift and then E, Control Alt Shift and then E, right click it and then convert it to a smart object. Now let's go to filter, let's go to camera raw filter, and that's where we're going to be doing most of the color grading and all the magic over there. Okay, so with that done, we are going here, the temperature. Let's see. Let's click on OK. Nice, I think it looks great. Now you can go back to file, let's go to place embedded, and then let's go and look for this one. Nice. um Push it here, I'm going to push it all the way just here. All right, good. Then I'm going to set it to linear dodge. All right, linear dodge will do. I feel like we can drag it more. Okay, so I love this. I think this is good. So guys, if you love this video, hit the bell icon and subscribe to this channel. I love you all guys. See you in the next one. Peace out.